News and a San Angelo Live exclusive regarding the DPS trooper who was arrested for bestiality. Something mysterious has been set up in the Sunset Mall parking lot, and an old seafood restaurant is getting a makeover. Those stories and more. I'm James Bellini, and this is Live. We'll get to the news in a minute, but first, whether you need a personal loan to consolidate debt, a credit card full of perks, or a checking account that protects you and your money, Texas Trust Credit Union has your back. There are currently 2 locations in San Angelo to serve you. Their newest location is located at 3712 FM 2288, right behind the Chick-fil-A on Sherwood Way. That's pretty convenient for those people there in the Bluffs and in Southland. The other location is located downtown at 337 West Toohig Avenue, and they're all over North Texas. To find out where, visit Texas Trust Credit Union online at texastrustcu.org. That's Texas Trust and the letters cu.org. Now, on to the news. Starting things off is a San Angelo Live exclusive where the ex-girlfriend of Christopher Prince, the DPS trooper arrested for bestiality, spoke to Live's Lucas Banda this morning. A little warning here, this story is extremely graphic, so prepare accordingly. According to the woman, Prince and an unidentified defendant who is cooperating committed sexual acts with a black lab. Prince offered the poor dog up for sex on several occasions, and Prince was allegedly more sadistic towards an ex-fiancé where he allegedly branded her, urinated on her, and chained her up. The anonymous woman also went after the court system and said it is 100% protected by cops. For more on this story, go to sanangelolive.com, but be warned as it is extremely graphic. In the San Angelo news, the mysterious circus has set up in the Sunset Mall parking lot next to JCPenney's, and they'll be set up there from today. Their first performance is at 7:30 tonight until May 12th. The mysterious circus is advertised as an all-new entertainment show that features a talented troupe of world-class artists, from contortionists to high-flying stunts to the Globe of Death. According to their Facebook, the first 100 tickets are priced at $9.99. The Sunset Mall is of course located at 4001 Sunset Drive, so get out of the weather this weekend and go enjoy the go enjoy the show under the tent. The San Angelo Live mobile app is the best in the business. Download today on the Apple App Store or the Google Play Store. It's free and keeps you up to date with all the news in San Angelo. In business, Casa Jalisco Bar and Grill is taking over the old seafood restaurant located that was once where the Crab was located at 3035 Knickerbocker Road. San Angelo Live did reach out to Casa Jalisco restaurant that's currently on Beauregard to see if there's any connection between the 2 eateries, but have not heard back from them yet. A banner outside the building states they are hiring and to contact 325-249-9220 for information. Into weather, it looks stormy this weekend. Today, the high is 95 and sunny, and then tonight, the low is 61 with increasing clouds. Tomorrow, the high drops to 82, and the storm clouds will creep in and bring about a 20% chance of rain with them. Tomorrow night, that 20% sticks around and the low will be 61. Then the rain is supposed to hit on Saturday with a 50% chance, a high of 75, and a low of 60. Sunday, the rain chances increase to 60% and a high of 79, and then Sunday night, the storms will roll out and the low will be 62. When we come back, I'll talk about the girls who played golf at the state tournament in the Concho Valley. They brought home some gold with them, and then Jessica Behringer with Meals from the Elderly stops by the studio. But first, a word from the Bass Bunch.
It's our giant tag sale.
Right now, during our giant tag sale, you can get a new 2023 Ford F-150 Crew Cab XLT for just $44,999.
Don't miss our giant tag sale, only at Jim Bass Cars and Trucks, Houston, Hart, and Arden Road, or 24/7 at bassbunch.com.
In sports, the Concho Valley was represented by the girls at the state golf tournament as the Mason Lady Punchers won the 2A state championship. The team of Ainsley and Avery Burns, Ashlyn Mendoza, Jocelyn Mata, and Alyssa Olvedo all won state, and Ainsley and Avery won first and second individually, so congratulations to the entire Mason Lady Punchers golf team. Also competing was the Sonora Lady Broncos, the Very Best Lady Falcons, and the Wall Lady Hawks, who all finished 5th as a team. Also, right now in Lubbock, the ASU Rams are taking on UAFS in the LSC tournament. The Rams beat Texas A&M International this past weekend to punch their ticket to Lubbock. Also, the Rambells lost their matchup with Oklahoma Christian in the NCAA tournament today. Congratulations to all the golf teams that played at the state tournament, and stay tuned to San Angelo Live for everything sports in the Concho Valley.
Gross.
Deep down, your rugs are dirtier than they look. Carpet Tech safely cleans all types of rugs, killing germs and removing spots and odors. Right now, get 15% off rug cleaning from Carpet Tech. Call or schedule online at carpettech.com.
If your home is in a red, call Carpet Tech, yeah.
It's hard to believe how reckless some people can be and how hard they fight against real victims. You need a partner who consistently beats the giants and who will never, ever flinch.
Welcome back. I'm James Bellini. I'm here with Jessica Behringer. She works for Meals for the Elderly.
Yes, sir.
And what does Meals for the Elderly do for San Angelo?
Sure. So Meals for the Elderly is a home delivery meal service for homebound. So we mostly serve people who are unable to cook for themselves and living at home 75% of the time for medical, whatever reasons. And we deliver a lunch meal, every Monday through Friday to them. So that way they can make sure they are staying, they have nutritional meals and they're feeding themselves, basically. Most of ours are considered seniors or elderly, but not all of them are. But we service not only Tom Green County, we also service Concho County, Erie County, and Miles, Texas as well. And on a daily basis, we serve around 800 meals on average a day per week. So it's a lot of meals that we send out.
I know I remember my grandmother used to get Meals for the Elderly.
Yes.
It's a big, I didn't realize y'all covered that big of an area.
Yes.
People don't realize how they think, oh, it's just a couple extra counties and miles, but that's a lot of people that you have to provide a service for.
Absolutely. And we realized when we had those counties that did not have that service, our mission is to make sure that, basically no adult is isolated or goes hungry or feels alone. So, yes, we provide the meals, but we also have volunteers that deliver those meals every single day. And so it's also a daily check-in. It's just us saying, hi, how are you doing? Making sure they're okay.
Right.
And it's really a peace of mind for the family members who may not live in town and they want to make sure their mom or their dad or their grandma is just getting checked in on. And, we've had situations where our volunteers have had to help them out with something. And if our volunteers weren't there, nobody may have known that they were hurt or needed something. Sometimes our volunteers are the only people they see on a daily basis. So it really is a social interaction in addition to the meals.
I know that's kind of a scary thought.
Yeah.
If your grandmother or mother or father or someone, if they fall or something and they can't get to the phone, and so sending somebody over there is probably a very good thing to have.
Yes, and it's every day, so they know those volunteers are going to be knocking on their door every day. At least here in San Angelo, our rural areas do. It's not every day, simply because of the logistics of that. But they know there's going to be somebody coming in and knocking on their door, and so they know, okay, I know I'm going to have help coming. I know I'm going to have somebody who can help me. Right
now, kind of a question. How do y'all obtain the food for these people? Is it all donations or is it?
No, so we're just like any restaurant. We order the food. Our recipients do not have to pay for anything. So all of our recipients who are on our program, we don't look at any kind of income information. We don't care about their financial situation. It's purely based off of if they are homebound, mostly homebound and unable to cook for themselves. Right. A lot of them do contribute because we rely on donations from the community in order to keep going. But we actually cook all the meals in our building. We have a full service commercial sized kitchen. We have a kitchen staff that gets there at 5:30 every single morning, and they cook for 600 to 500 to 600 meals a day, and then we send those meals out while they're hot.
That's a lot of work.
So yeah, and so we get deliveries just as you would a restaurant. We are part of, we get health inspections just as any restaurant.
Right.
So we're just like an operating restaurant. We just do it a little bit differently, where you can't come in and order a meal. We deliver it out to our recipients.
Right.
Yeah.
And you said this is y'all's 50th anniversary.
Yes, it is. We've been here for 50 years, which is quite amazing if you think about it. We started in 1974, and when we first started, we delivered, it was on August 1st, 1974, and there was 16 recipients and 4 volunteers that delivered meals. And over the 50 years, we have not stopped delivering. I mean, we obviously are closed for certain holidays. COVID had about a 2-week period where we had to get frozen meals just because of that.
Right.
But otherwise, we have delivered consistently for 50 years. Last year, we delivered over 280,000 meals to almost 1,200 individuals. So different people throughout the community, and we're on track to be higher than that this year, which is quite amazing.
Do y'all theme y'all's meals like holidays coming up? Do
They
have
actually
turkey
they get a Thanksgiving meal. They get a Christmas ham. In the summertime we do a lot more cold kind of options like pasta salads, and because it's hot and you don't want to eat like a stew in the middle of summer.
Right.
So we do a lot of stews and more hearty meals, it seems like, in the fall and the winter where it's colder. And then in the summertime they do colder meals or just lighter kind of options. We have a company we work with who helps us plan with our meal planning and menu planning, so that way we can make sure we have the food we need.
And is that kind of do you try to game plan for things later in the week?
Oh, no, it's like a full month. So they will
Okay.
actually plan out meals for an entire month, and that way they have all their orders ready. It's actually the company we use is the same one that we order a lot of our food from. So they send us a meal, option, our menus for the whole month, and then we'll kind of pick and choose, hey, we know our recipients aren't a big fan of that one, so let's switch that one out with another one. But they're nutritionally, it's a dietitian that's worked on these meal programs. So our menus are looked at by a dietitian with keeping in mind a lot of our recipients have diabetes or have health issues. Right. And so we keep that in mind as well whenever we're sending out food.
Right. All right. And we also talked about y'all have a clay shoot coming up
Yes.
here in June.
Yes.
Next month. It's
Yes,
pretty
next
quick.
month. It's on June 8th. The big thing about our program, it's very unique. We don't receive any kind of government funding. So we get grants, but we don't get any kind of reimbursement government funding. All of our operating budget is purely by local donations, community donations, and then our events. So Clay Shoot is one of our 2 big fundraising events that we do every single year. Sponsorships are still available, so they can contact me if they're interested in a sponsorship. And the Clay Shoot, it's really fun. It's out at the Claybird Association. Starts about 9:30 is when the shooting starts. We feed every single one of the shooters a breakfast burrito. We have gun boards available to purchase squares on. We are going to have a liquor pool. Right now I've got about 25 to 26 bottles. We're going to have more than that though, where you pay money and then you get to pull and get whatever bottle of liquor you get. So it's an everyone wins kind of thing. Right. Then we'll shoot, and then we're going to have a barbecue lunch, and then we're going to do a live auction. And so that's kind of how we make our money from that event, is obviously sponsorships, but the live auction is a big for us as well. So if anyone has any items they want to donate, we are always looking for donations for our live auction. But it's one of our bigger fundraising events of the year. And then obviously, that's where all that money goes directly back to our recipients, our food costs, and what we do to serve our recipients and the people around this community.
Do you know how much y'all raised last year at the Clay Shoot?
Oh man, it's probably close to 40 to 50,000 net, I think. Don't quote me on that. It's quite a bit. I mean, it really is. And something else that's very unique this year, kind of going back to our 50th, we're going to have a 50th gala in November. So save the date, November 14th. We don't have all the information about it yet, but it's going to be a big party that we're going to have on November 14th. We're really excited about.
Okay, Ms. Behringer, Where are y'all located at? How can people get in contact with you if they want? I know San Angelo Gives was just this week.
Yes.
So how do people get in contact with you? How do they donate?
Yeah, and I want to say thank you to all of our amazing donors. We were able to raise $141,000 at San Angelo Gives, which we are so thankful for. We're located on, it's off the loop, over between Main and Oak Street, basically, over by Sagecrest. You can call us 655-9200. If you want any information about all of our events or sponsorships or anything, you can email me, programs@sameals.org, or call our office, and we're happy to help you out. If you know of somebody you think may qualify for the program, give us a call, and our case managers can kind of talk you through the requirements, what you need to do, and that's a good way to, if you've got an elderly neighbor that you just think may need some help, then we're happy to help out.
All right.
Yeah.
So remember, June 8th.
Yes.
Clay shoot.
Yes.
The 50th anniversary of Meals for the Elderly. Ms. Behringer, did I miss anything? I'm going to turn it over to you.
No, I don't think so. The only other thing I'd like to mention is obviously volunteers are a big part of our organization. We would not be able to operate without them. So volunteer opportunities are a great way to get involved if you're not able to give monetarily. We have lunch routes available Monday through Friday. We also do things that a lot of people don't realize. We do things like heaters and fans as well.
Okay.
Incontinence supplies, and as well as like Ensure, Glucerna, nutritional boost type things. So if you're ever wanting to find a way to donate, those are usually really good options. Since we order our food, we don't actually really take a lot of food donations, simply because of the volume of food that we are cooking with. However, there are so many other ways you can still help us out. We do birthday bags for recipients that have shampoos and conditioners and those types of things. Heaters and fans are really big, especially with it being 100 degrees outside. A lot of our recipients may not have really well working air conditioners. They can't afford to fix their air conditioners, so we send them a box fan just so they can make sure they're not overheating in their home.
It's also West Texas, so you'll have 100 degrees one week and then it'll be freezing the next week.
Absolutely. And, heaters are really big. We had that huge ice storm a couple of years ago, and we were making sure our recipients were good and, warm, and their electricity was working, because a lot of them weren't. So once again, it's just kind of that check-in. It's that daily check-in, but there are so many ways to get involved besides just volunteering or, donating money. We have school groups that will actually decorate lunch sacks. We send out lunch sacks every Friday, and it's just something as simple as a little smiley face on a lunch sack that it just really makes our recipients smile. So there's a lot of ways to get involved, not just, delivering meals per se.
Right.
Yeah.
All right. Well, thank you for coming in, Ms. Behringer.
Thank you so much.
All right, and we'll go back to you guys.
When it comes to unique pieces you can't find anywhere else, Kano's Diamonds and Coins is your one-stop shop. With over 24 years in the diamond and coin industry, Kano's Diamonds and Coins is West Texas's choice for diamonds, jewelry, coins, silver, and gold. Owner Bill Kano stands by his work and offers free consultations, including estate jewelry. Don't just trust anyone with your valuables. Come see the staff at Kano's at 1016 West Beauregard in San Angelo.
Thanks for tuning into the James Bellini Half Hour, the Live Daily News Show, the only locally owned live news show in the Concho Valley. Go like us on Facebook, X, formerly known as Twitter, and all the other social media platforms, and download the San Angelo Live mobile app to stay up to date on all the news from in and around the Concho Valley. Thanks again, and we'll see you back here tomorrow.